air, water, earth, fire. For hundreds of years, the four nations have lived in harmony. The Avatar, master of all four elements, was always responsible for maintaining the peace. But Avatar Roku passed away 13 years ago. Now, the four nations look to the air nomads to reveal the next Avatar, but the world is met with silence. Rumors from the Earth Kingdom abound that the Fire Nation is planning an aggressive move into the Earth Kingdom. 5 young heroes were too late to save the Southern Air Temple, but they hold vital information that could save the Earth Kingdom and maybe even save the world. Previously on the Flying Bison podcast.
After discovering some surprising truths about the Avatar, our group made their way to the city of Omaha. When they reached Omaha, it was time to say goodbye to a few old friends and move on with their mission. Now the team finds themselves searching for the young prince of Omaha, Bumi.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to this week's episode of the Flying Bison podcast. That was 3 hellos, if you were counting. I am very welcoming this episode. But
3 times as welcoming as normal.
3 times
One might
as
say.
welcoming as normal. My creativity is zapped. With these days that we record multiple episodes, I also have COVID too, so I'm kind of tired.
Yeah.
They're allowed to know that we record multiple episodes in one
Yeah,
day.
it's not a secret.
Behind the curtain.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Sometimes we record a few episodes at a time, so that way we can try and edit them a little bit faster and get them to you when we told you we would. Ooh.
Now they're going to know that we're lying when we say last week.
It is true. We are, I guess, technically lying if we say
We're not lying. We're keeping it to their
it's true.
perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's
It
their
is true,
viewing
yeah.
experience, or listening.
It is not last week for us. The last cliffhanger happened mere moments ago for us. And yet here we are.
But first, Justin,
Yeah.
we need a banter question. And I think I've got it this week.
Okay.
All
It's
right.
got to be a good one.
It's pretty good.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
All right.
Here we go. What are you guys giving me for Christmas?
What, you specifically?
Yeah, me. Like, me. What are you getting me
What are we
for
getting
What are we
Christmas?
getting you for
It's coming up.
Christmas?
By the time this episode comes out, we'll only have a week.
Fireflakes.
Fireflakes are
Fireflakes.
delicious.
Fireflakes. I just give you like the bottom of the hot Cheeto bag.
That is probably the closest thing to Fireflakes that I could think of.
But I'll put it in like a nice little jar and I'll like make a custom little label that says
Oh, wow.
This is starting to
Fireflakes.
sound really nice.
That's
Just
cute.
That was super thoughtful.
I put thought into it.
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
Even though it's like, it's crumbs.
No, my actual question. I do have a real one. How screwed are you for your holiday shopping? Because I'm in a deep hole right now.
Oh, no.
Because orders can't be fulfilled, stores are just empty, and we haven't even finished figuring out our Secret Santa with me and my siblings. So like I'm in deep right now.
Yeah, things are rough right now. Luckily, me and my wife finished like 2 weeks ago. So we've been like, we ordered stuff and the last of our gifts came in the mail like last week.
Yeah, I just ordered my last one 2 days ago and it should be here before Christmas. So,
But things are, you're
good.
not wrong, Nick. Like, things are rough. Like,
Yeah.
Amazon's been down for a couple of days and like huge ordering issues and system issues on their end.
but delivery is also worse.
Y'all are ahead of the game, though. I was impressed. I thought all of us would be like, yeah, I'm still thinking about what to get.
Wait,
Yeah.
Steve, you're with me, right?
I would be with you. So my wife and I use the Fair Play system. So we have cards that like assign our specific chores.
Classic.
Conception, planning, and execution. You got to take the whole card if you have it. And she has gifts. So we collaborate. Like we'll sit down and talk about like, what do you think for this person? But like she does the rest of it. And she's done a really good job. She's more proactive than I would have been for sure. She's super on top of like hunting for deals and stuff too. So
This is a side tangent. Highly recommend anyone out there that is in a relationship to use the Fair Play system. It is very, very useful.
I don't think I knew that you tried it. You're
Yeah, we
using
use
it
it
too?
too. Yep.
That's awesome.
I've never heard
Yeah, I
of
don't
that.
know what this is.
I have no
I've
idea
never
what that
heard of
is.
it either. I'm
It's
like
really
gonna look
great.
it up right now.
I will answer your question, Nick. But short story, like it's basically like it's you try and as equitably as possible divvy up the actual tasks that it takes to run your household. And the kicker of it is that once I know that Abby has that task, I don't have to worry about whether or not that task is going to get done. That's kind of the beauty of it. Is it's supposed to like free you up to not only do your task but worry about whether your partner or significant other is doing their tasks as well too. It kind of just lets you assume that they are doing what it takes to do their task. It's a very freeing system. It's really nice. I have not started Christmas shopping at all, nor thinking about it. So I have wrote a note to myself to start as soon as possible because oh man, I feel like
gonna get creative.
I feel like in our family too, it's like we end up coming with like the list of people that we need to get gifts for at like the last possible minute. And so like I feel like I still don't have all the people. Obviously I'm getting my wife something and we're getting Rio something.
Yeah, maybe prioritize.
But well, here's the great thing too. Thanks for that, Nick. You know, everyone forget the fair play system. Just go with the Nick system. It's even better. Don't forget to buy your significant other a Christmas gift. That's it. It's the one thing you got to do all year. And your child.
And your child.
I guess. I mean, if you want to throw them.
The great thing about Abby is that all year round she's constantly talking about the things that she wants. So I am never short of the list of things that she wants. It's just a matter of figuring out which is the best Christmas gift.
Yeah, it's the same with my partner, but I inevitably forget everything that was said. Don't remember.
I have the added problem too, where like if I get something too early, there's like a 90% chance that Abby will have already bought that thing for herself. Yeah, and so sometimes I do like waiting until like a little bit before, or I'll wait until like a couple weeks before Christmas to wait to see what she mentions that she wants and then get that thing. Don't listen to this, Abby, because I'm giving away all my secrets.
Is Abby the type to like drop like a lot of hints to you?
That's the thing, is she's not trying to like explicitly hint that she wants these things for Christmas. She's just openly talking about all the things that she wants. It makes it very easy. It's very easy then to get her a gift. Yeah.
It does help, honestly, than to have to like guess or like kind of like snoop around and be like, well, what should I get? Yeah.
All right. Well, a fun cliffhanger, not a threatening cliffhanger, but certainly.
I feel pretty threatened by anyone with no face.
That's a good point.
I have experience with this now.
That's a good point.
And one fan.
If you saw someone without a face, there would already be a base level of being threatened. That's it. Yeah.
Well, it's old news now.
It's true.
So wait, what does that look like again? It's just flesh, or is it like okay?
Yeah.
They still have ears.
Yeah, they still have ears. And before you get into it, this is a magic fantasy world. So they can't exist without a face. It's happened in the comics. They don't need a face. Everything's all good.
They somehow live.
Okay. I don't know how. Don't ask me any more questions, please. I don't know how they live.
They can breathe.
I just know
they can eat something.
Nourished via osmosis.
IV.
There
IV
you go.
fluids.
That's
Monroe
right.
solved it.
You're gonna have to like. You have to post like a sidebar episode of you explaining how
The
they can
science
live.
of it, please.
What you need to understand is even though you never see it, the medical system in Avatar is extremely advanced.
I mean,
okay. Well, Ren, you are standing with Mao, the merchant, as well as a faceless Kyoshi warrior with a single metal fan on their side.
Wow. Yeah. So immediately I'm going to look at the metal fan. Do I recognize this as the match to the metal fan that was given to me by Casa?
It is. It is an identical Metal War fan.
Oof.
it sucks that it's lost in the spirit world.
Possibly. It could just be up on the hill. Way back.
We never checked.
I didn't. I thought about going back. I thought about it. But
for like a second.
Yeah, it just didn't make sense. But now I'm kicking myself.
Just don't mention the fan. Just don't mention the fan.
I turn to the merchant, Mal, and I'm like, do you know their name?
I do. No,
Clicks name generator.
The intonation is just so like.
Of course I know the name. What a ridiculous question. I would call them out if I didn't know their name.
But do you think he's new at this? Like,
Not my.
He's been jamming for like 14 weeks now.
like he's never done this
Hey,
before?
I've been jamming for a lot longer than that. I really should. There's so many GMs that just have like a list of names, but I do not because I don't learn from my mistakes.
Well, you're also sick, so maybe don't be too hard on yourself.
Yeah.
I sometimes have people's names. You ask what the name is, and they say, "This is Kyoshi Warrior Shallow."
Ooh,
I
like that.
Ren bows before realizing that Shallow probably can't see the bow, and then says, it's an honor to meet you, Shallow. Are you able to write? I press an inkstone, a brush, and my journal into Shallow's hands.
And they take it and start writing back and hand it back to you. And it says, "It is a pleasure to meet you, young Kyoshi warrior."
I just keep turning pages for them, and I ask, "Where did you lose your face?"
They take it and frantically write, "In a small village in the foggy swamp. I was tracking an enemy to Kyoshi warriors through there and lost my face."
Wait. Side note. How did okay, when we solved that mystery, everybody else got their face, but this person didn't?
Exactly. I don't know why, but I saw
so that's like the whole point.
a Kyoshi warrior's face when we saw all the faces set on the co-spirit. So
yeah.
How did you lose the other fan? I know that this is specifically a thing of importance for Kyoshi warriors. Yeah. And now the mission tells me this person hasn't left like permanently the Kyoshi Island. So this is like a thing of honor.
They take and write back and hand it back to you, and it says, "I was just before the foggy swamp. I was traveling through a small village named Wanya, and there's like a ... There's like an ellipses, and it's like, I had it when I entered, and only had one when I left."
The scene just cuts to Casa just eating some meat.
Yeah, literally like 15 feet away on the other side of the like front of the building.
A huge smile on her face.
Casa's recovering well, happy as ever. Oh gosh, yeah. I have to be straight with you, but first, and Ren just looks to see if there's a white cloth anywhere on Shallow's person.
There is, yes.
Okay. I see that you have community here. I do know a way to get your face back, but I need to tell you first so that you know I have left the Kyoshi warriors. I'm not here on a mission. I'm not sent by them. I have a mission of my own.
And at this point, Mao sort of, "But you are wearing their garb."
As you may know, Mao, the warrior is given the garb for life. So even though I have broken my oath, this is not something that most Kyoshi warriors would take from me. For now, I just ask that you trust that I had my reasons. But for the sake of getting your face back, I've been to the place where you were, and I face the same spirit. You can, if you're lucky, take someone with you who is willing, truly willing, to risk losing their own face, because you'll need someone to speak for you. Pretend you have yours, wear a mask, and see if you can get the co-spirit. If you have the luck of finding one, see if you can get it to look into the reflection and tempt it somehow. This is all that we did. I don't know how it worked, but it did, and I felt I had to tell you.
And upon hearing these words, Shallow sort of grabs Mao's hand and squeezes it, and Mao says, We have a life here. We're not planning to leave Omasho anytime soon. Thank you.
I see.
But if Ko ever comes here to Omasho, we'll have bigger problems than trying to get Shallow's face back.
I understand. At this point, I think Ren is just looking to Mao as a senior member of the establishment to like give permission to leave, but it's not something I would ask for. So I just kind of wait and bow.
Well, I saw you in the Kyoshi warrior garb, and I wanted to question you about it. If it is yours, then you may be on your way. The invitation for tea is still open. You can bring your friends. We can have a lovely conversation.
Thank you, Mao. It is very much appreciated. Also, I believe that your fan is still on a hill in Udai. I nod to Shallow.
And Shallow turns and just punches the wall. She can get a little upset occasionally.
I would have taken it, but I never planned on going back to Kyoshi Island. Sorry. All right. I take my leave unless they stop me and go back to the group because it's been long enough.
Yeah, also I feel like at this point we would have like destroyed this cart. Like there's just like no food left, so Che's gonna feel a little guilty and like put some coins into like whatever change jar just like on the cart, like just like and just kind of walk like, oh,
Yeah.
Red's back. Oh, great.
Yeah, it's the best you can do, when you overdo it.
All right, you get back to your friends.
So
I come out nervously, putting my wrist behind my back absentmindedly, and I say, "How's the food?" Oh, wow.
We're still eating it.
There's not,
yeah,
there's
there's
not.
not.
Oh, wow. There's
I
not
did
much left.
save you a stick. Here you go.
Oh, thank you.
Rose looks at you nervously and gives you a half-eaten.
No, Rose.
What were they? Weasels.
Soup.
All right, a whole 15 minutes gone by.
It's some sort of creature.
Marsupials.
Marsupials.
It tastes good.
I feel bad now. Marsupials are adorable.
I didn't.
Adorable things taste good.
Not all of them.
Not all of them, yeah.
Ren just plows into the food.
It's probably been a couple of days since you guys ate. What? What's next?
So, should we start making our way toward the top?
Yeah, I guess. I guess I can shop for long-term supplies
Are
later.
we still kind of in the market?
Yeah.
I want to look around, and I'm not necessarily like I don't want to go searching per se, but I want to see if there's any sort of like stalls or carts or anything that seem to have like international oddities, for lack of a better term. Like they might have things from the Air Nation that are just there that they might be
Like a stroopwafel?
No.
That's canon.
No, well, so what I'm specifically looking for is I want to see if I can find someone who has a glider that I can.
Okay.
Are those
Yeah,
common
I was going to
outside?
say that would.
Well, that's why I'm thinking is like
Sure.
I'm not expecting necessarily to find one or find one at what would be a reasonable price, but I'm thinking like if there's a stall that just has sorts of things where it's like, like you go to a pawn shop and you might find something that's a little bit out of place. That's like, a sword from the Ottoman Empire that someone got from their grandfather and sold at the pawn shop because they needed money.
What to make you roll? I like push your luck. I think that
Okay.
that fits for me.
Seems like a lucky
Yeah,
kind of.
it's a pretty lucky
Well,
situation to
attention.
get.
Yeah.
Okay. So I
Okay,
rolled a
okay.
9
Mm.
and then so it's a 10 with
Okay.
my passion.
Okay. Interesting. All right. You find you're like everyone else is eating now and you've had your fill. So you walk off to sort of browse, and there's so many shops, so many carts that most of the time your eyes just kind of glaze and glance over everything that's there. All of a sudden though, you do a double take because you see an air glider, and it's like hidden behind like a bunch of other stuff, so you didn't really notice it at first, and you're still kind of confused as to how it got there. But you see an air glider.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab it and go to the shopkeeper and just I noticed you have an air glider. I was just wondering how much you want for it.
Oh, I'm not sure I can part with that. That's an heirloom, my friend.
What do you mean?
I mean that. Look at that! It's in perfect condition. You don't expect me to just.
Is it?
It is definitely not in perfect condition. It's it needs some work, but you think you could make this fly again?
Okay. Then I'll say this. So I mean, maybe it is an heirloom, and that definitely shows. I mean, this thing needs work. It's not in great condition.
All right. Okay. All right. You got me. Look, I had a guy come through a little bit ago, said that he met some people at the Northern Air Temple. They gave him this. I'll give it to you for, I don't know, a few jade. It's not really worth anything. You just look like somebody who really cared about it, so I was trying to...
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate it. It's just thought it looked cool. So I'll be right back. I gotta go find Shay because I don't have any money on me.
This man just confessed to trying to hustle you.
It's how it is in Omaha.
I was trying to, lie to you to get more money out of you.
Yeah. I've had enough lying NPCs. It's time to have everyone be brutally honest with you.
That's honestly what Rozak was thinking about Mao. Like, are they gonna lie to us?
Yeah. So, Jay, I just need a few jade for a thing
For
I just
what?
found in a shop. It's an air glider,
Right, but like how much?
like 3.
Oh. All right.
I'll go back to the shop and
Just trying to
give
do
it
his
guy.
job, Someone's got to
He's
account.
What are you buying, Osa?
How much is it?
I don't really care what he's buying. I just
You just guess how much it
She
is.
was in the middle of like haggling for like probably some blankets and some camping materials, and we really don't have anything.
Been traveling light.
Yes, I'm back at the shop giving the guy the jade.
All right, here you go. Sorry about trying to hustle you.
It's all right. Everybody's got to try and make a
you
buck,
get
right?
it.
All right. I go back and just get back with the party and kind of just use it as a staff or carry it for now.
And as you're walking away, you hear, "Oh, I couldn't possibly part with this. It's an heirloom." And you turn around, there's like an old lady.
Oh no!
This guy's got one line.
I don't interfere.
As Rozak is sucking the bone clean of the marsupial that he was just eating, he's like, maybe we should get some food that lasts longer for the road ahead.
Good thinking. Jay,
Yeah, no, I'm
any
working.
ideas?
I'm working on it.
All right. I would just
They probably got something
Making
dried
sure.
or smoked around here somewhere.
Okay, so
Do
what's
they have
what's
something dried or
next?
smoked?
Once we've gathered provisions, I think the
When
next
it's a
thing
desert
is to
climate,
go
most meat is probably cured.
So wait,
Mm.
Justin, Liko's still walking with like Rue, right? Like,
Yeah, you guys are like
The-
walking around
this
the
market.
market. There's like a giant open air market.
okay.
everyone just like double
Yeah.
takes to the dragon otter. It's
You can charge money for this.
How fast does it take birds to get used to the king?
Well, what is the average flight speed of a unladen?
Or what are you talking here? Like squirrel ravens?
Yeah, the
Like an African squirrel raven or a European squirrel raven?
well, we're in
a
Omaha.
four-nation squirrel
Well,
raven.
obviously,
It's the European.
What are Africa and Europe?
yeah. There's a Fire Nation. Okay, what are we doing? What is happening?
Yes,
Okay, also,
What were we talking about?
while we are still looking for supplies, rather than because Che's better at haggling and getting good deals and all that stuff, I'm gonna make like just a little list of the things I need to repair the glider and give the list to Che
Sure.
to try and get in his.
Yeah, he can
endeavors.
get it. It'll take you some time to like do the actual work, but yeah, you can get all this stuff.
Rozak is gonna go to Che and he's like, hey, I think I'm gonna go and look for some new clothes for everyone. Can I have some jade for that? Because
Maybe.
I feel like have we all just been wearing the same clothes this entire time?
Well, I have some different.
I mean,
sets
I
of
guess
clothes
I
we-
changed.
in my
I guess
pack.
this podcast is based off of a TV show, an animated TV show, and that's sort of just a thing. They just wear the
Well,
same
it's
clothes the
different
entire
clothes. They're just very similar looking. You just
time. We'll just have suitcases full of the same outfit.
basically. Well, there's like 3 of the same outfit, and then you wash on the day off.
You throw them in the washer.
The washer being Liko.
Come on.
Yeah.
Because she's a
First
waterbender,
the bidet
Steve.
and now this.
Okay, moving on.
Yeah, it was racist, not sexist.
I tried.
All right, forget the clothes. Forget the clothes.
I will have you know that Ren has not allowed Liko to wash the clothes at all.
Good for him.
Your water will not touch the the garments of a Kyoshi warrior.
Ren will hand wash by the river whenever a river is available.
Chase is gonna be like, if you would buy yourself some clothes, you're welcome to. I don't know if you should just be buying outfits for the whole team. It might not go very
I'll
well.
buy myself some clothes.
Yeah, go for it.
It's like
You missed our opportunity to get matching uniforms.
a bunch of top hats.
Yeah,
Shay
except
ruined
whatever
it.
I give him, he's still gonna get like 5 top hats or something. Like it's
Yeah.
not.
I am not wearing a top hat.
That's all right.
Ren leaves the Launcher Brothers to have their ridiculous conversation and goes over to Liko.
Yeah, Rico
Rico.
just climbs on Rue and just sits on Rue like I'm
Just
gonna.
waiting for the boys to stop being
Chill.
ridiculous.
They're
So
getting
4 top
some
hats.
stuff that's practical. So don't worry.
Okay.
And then I come to join you and sit on Rue.
hmm
Rue, do you need any food? I can find you something.
I totally forgot about Rue.
Belly rumbling under you.
Okay.
So otters eat fish, and dragon probably can also eat fish. I'm gonna get fish. How's that sound, Rue? Oh, that was definitely a good sign. I'm gonna go get fish.
All right. Thanks, Ren.
Che, money.
What am I? Like Shay is every time this happens, he's in the middle of a conversation with somebody, like trying to buy something.
Rue's like in Shay turn to look at
I
me.
feel like it ends up working to your favor because you seem like an important person just giving out money all the
In my
time.
head too,
Okay.
it's like all like sequential. It's like Osa, and then he leaves, and then immediately Rosa come and asks for money, and the minute Rosa leaves, like Ren comes and asks for money.
Yeah.
Wait, so what do you need money for now?
We forget to feed Rue, and Rue is big.
That's a good
I'm
point.
gonna need a lot of fish.
Yeah. I'm gonna
A much bigger
give
marsupial.
him a slightly larger portion of money than I have to the last.
It's starting to get you're coming to the end of it too.
Oh, man.
Not the end, but you're gonna have to start being a little. This is probably the last big
Yeah. Expense.
Purchase. Yeah.
stock up.
People should start paying us for saving them.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I guess if we don't ask, then here we
Can't
are.
really charge them, or can we?
Che, get that brain thinking.
Working on it. I'll get back to you guys on that one.
All right.
Anyways, back to whatever I was buying. Go back.
Anything else? Are we buying anything else?
Yeah. Is anyone? I don't know. Are we?
I mean, I'm gonna have to eat something too.
Sure.
There's
There's food for everyone.
Yeah. No, we got. I think they're.
We got some
they're
veggie
small.
options for
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
if your character's
Some
Some grilled
vegetarian.
vegetables.
yeah, she is.
Word.
What do you do now?
I will also buy a casa.
Oh, okay.
I'll surprise her with.
There's like it's like a little Jack in the Box, but instead of it's a little badger mole that pops out.
Oh, I kind of like that. I buy 2, 1 for me. And then I take the other one. I give the other one to go.
She looks at it and she's like, "Thanks. I'm like 12, right?"
Yeah, and you don't like trinkets? You robbed everyone you knew. What do you mean?
Yeah, all right, okay.
She's like, I don't play with toys. I just steal fans off of faceless Kyoshi warriors.
Yo, that's so criminal.
they may not have been faceless.
If they were
wasn't
faceless when
faceless.
they were robbed,
faceless when she robbed.
that is not
It's like,
okay.
oh, she sees them like, oh, I just gotta rob them.
There's no way they can see me.
Didn't happen if you don't get caught. Also, so I hand her the thing and I'm like, also, how many pockets have you picked so far?
Ooh.
The real answer?
Yeah.
A
He
lot.
has a suspicious mind.
Good. Keep going. Let's pump those numbers up.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
You better not get caught though, all right? I'm not dealing with that.
Che is gonna turn this into a straight up Amashu side hustle, like a street gang that like steals and collects everything.
Oh no, we
this
can't
is-
take Casa to the king.
You're right, we can't.
Absolutely taking Casa to the king. Are you kidding me? Really the best experience of my
Ren
life.
is actually, once Ren gets back with fish, Ren is going to go over to speak with Toko and Kanu and just say, the people in there, Mao is the merchant who owns the place. They can help you with housing. I know you'd be starting from scratch here, so.
That would be helpful. Yeah, I've no idea where Kosa and I are going to stay.
They'll put you up for now, and they'll also help you find a place to stay for the long term. Just mention Rensong, sent you. They met me today, so.
How can I repay all of you?
We do need money, Ren. Just saying.
Oh, well,
Just
did you
kidding.
bring... Oh, never mind.
Just kidding. That was a joke.
Refugees.
I guess just spread the word about the Fire Nation. And thank you, Toko. And thank you for introducing me to the blind unagi drink.
Perhaps I'll have to open up a place here. Maybe I can make it the Earth Kingdom famous blind unagi drink, eh?
Sounds like a plan to me.
I'll never forget all of you. All right. Kosa, come on.
Like, he turns to Casa and says that, and Che and her are like planning out like the kingdom,
Nice.
like the die.
Huh? What was that? Oh, no, we're not doing anything. Coming.
Finish later. Finish later.
All right, I got it.
Anyways, you guys ready to?
I want to go to Toko. Like I think Oso's
Yeah.
kind of just like taking in the sights and not paying a lot of attention, and then he notices that like goodbyes are being said. He's like, "Oh no!" So he kind of rushes over. He's like, "Oh, before you go, I mean, first of all, thank you for everything. You've taught me a lot. But also there are houses in the upper districts of Omashu that the air nomads used to use when we would visit. We don't need them anymore. I mean, no one's going to be in them. So, I mean, you might as well go there."
I don't know what to say. I mean, it would be kind of weird living in the house of people that were...
You don't have to stay forever, but I mean, hospitality was important to my people. It is important to me. I mean, consider it, you're my guest. If I'm one of the last airbenders, then it's my place to let you stay in, right?
All right. We'll stay. Thank you.
You're welcome, of course. I mean, don't feel like you need to stay there forever, just until you're ready to strike out on your own. But I'll have a roof over your head until you're ready.
And for the first time, you kind of see like a couple tears fall down on Toko's face, and he kind of quickly bats them away and says, "You have taught an old man how to love again. So thank you, and best of luck. Don't die, huh?
I'll try my best.
All right, come on,
Thank
Costa.
you.
Let's go." And in between, like her thinking she was leaving the first time, she's like pickpocketed like 3 other people. Waiting.
Yes. Perfect.
They're going to have that restaurant in no time.
Yeah. Also, do you think we should clear that up with the Earth King when we meet with him? Probably.
I mean, we can let them know when we go and talk to them,
Yeah, because
but it's not his building to decide about. I mean,
right.
it's...
I just don't want them to think that like people would just start squatting in like the air nomad.
Oh, no. We'll make sure they know.
Just want to establish.
All right, what do you guys do?
I mean, time to go meet the king, I guess.
Does Kanu decide to hang with us for a bit?
Kanu has been standing there quiet, and she hears Osa's offer and hears Ren's offer. I thank you. I will not be staying in Omashu. I have to go.
Where?
I'm going to go find more cells of the White Lotus and let them know of Iron and the threat that he is now. I'll probably let the cell here in Omashu know, but then I'll go. So no, I will not be needing a place to stay. Thank you.
How resourceful is the White Lotus?
Generally pretty resourceful.
So how do we get in on that?
It's not really something...
Jay loves his secret organizations.
I'm just trying to get some revenue in here. We blew through a lot of cash today, guys. Wait, what you said?
It's not something you can just enter. You have to be invited. And generally, there's a certain disposition of person and a commitment that must be had before entering the White Lotus. I can...
Who's allowed to invite people?
Not I, unfortunately. Usually just the masters and the grandmasters.
So you can talk to them.
I can. I was about to say I was going to mention it to them and see if some sort of provisional membership can be handed to you.
I mean, and also, not to point out the obvious, but it's not like your hiring process has gone that well, because, I mean, there's Iron, and that didn't turn out so great. And, I mean, you failed miserably, so, like... It's not the greatest process,
yes.
so I don't know if you need to cling to it, you know?
Oh, I long for the days when you stopped
Jay, have
talking.
you ever heard any, you ever heard those sayings about like not biting the hand that feeds or things like that? Someone's offering to help. Maybe stop saying stuff like that.
Tact,
What?
Che. Tact.
Rozek just said tact. Oh my gosh. My, how the tables have turned.
Oh, how the turn.
The
Oh, how
turntables.
the
I
turntables.
don't know what you guys are talking about.
I'll explain
Anyways,
it to you later,
I'll see you
buddy.
later. Connie.
Um,
It was great. It was not great. I'll see you later.
Yeah.
Ren's
Rozek's
near
gonna-
Liko and is just like, do you want to say goodbye?
Like Liko looks at her and then turns away.
Oof.
Hmm.
take that as a cue.
Rozek's gonna go shake Hanu's hand and just say, since you're going to since your plan is to communicate with other cells of the White Lotus, I'm sure you already know this, but, be careful. Any one of them could be a member of the, other Lotus. So just, trust no one. Bye-bye. And he's gonna go do his shopping.
Truly elegant, as always.
He drops some jade as he walks away and picks it back up and runs away.
I hope one day you can forgive me, Liko. And then Kanu walks away.
Can I follow her for a second?
Of course you can follow her for a second.
No.
Well, no,
She turns around the
I wanna
corner and has a
follow her.
conversation with Iron. Haha, got you again.
no, I'm gonna kind of chase after her and look to see if any of the party is within earshot, and hoping not. And if it seems like I can say this kind of privately, I'll say to her, "Hey, I know you tried to take my advice and reach out to Liko. I'm sorry it didn't go the way you thought. But if you tell me where you think you're gonna land, I'll make sure that she knows so she can find you when she's ready."
Well, as I mentioned, the Grandmaster's in Ba Sing Se, so eventually I'll be there. If you don't find me there, I'll probably be in the capital of the Water Northern tribe, Ankkela.
Okay. I'll make sure Liko knows.
Thank
Good
you.
luck. I'll
Keep
just
her
turn and
safe.
go. I'll try. Do my best.
Conan continues walking away. Osa comes back to the rest of you. All right, where are y'all headed?
Up to the king.
All right.
Yeah.
You travel up, and it's so impressive. Like, it's just this giant mountain of stone that you're traveling through these streets, and it's impressive. You wonder, like, how long it took them to build something like this. Every now and then, too, you see these, like, giant chutes that travel down the city, and you see, like, they look like giant carts are shooting down these chutes all the way to the bottom of the city. And you get to the top, and there's a big gate, and you can see what looks like a palace behind it. You can see a palace behind it, and I'm watching Nick and Danny give each other side eyes the minute I mentioned the chutes.
I love how we just know that we're both
Yeah.
looking at each other.
I was gonna say, if anyone is gonna do that, it's gonna be the Launcher Brothers for sure.
Mhm.
Launching brothers.
Hey.
You walk up to the gate of the palace, and there are a bunch of guards. But there's a bunch of guards, and they say, "Do you have an appointment?"
At the gate down at the entrance, they told us to come up and that they were going to try and send word. We're here to try and talk to the Earth King, to the king of Omaha.
Yes, they lean back and look at the Dragon Otter. Told us about you. Come on in. You might have to wait, but we can at least let you into the palace.
Thank you. Also, this is. Maybe there's an official I should talk to about this. I don't want to bother the king with it, though. It doesn't seem that important, but you're a guard, you're official. I am an airbender, and you might not know this yet. You'll soon find out. one of the last ones. But I told some people that they could stay in the small temple, and they're not squatters, they're not airbenders, but they have permission. Just wanted to let someone know. Thanks.
Not squatters, not airbenders. Got it.
Could you imagine finding out
Liko
that way?
asks, can Rue come inside? Is it big enough for
Yeah, so
Rue?
they're like letting you into like the palace courtyard essentially, so it's like pretty open space still, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't let her, I think they said, right? Into the castle, the palace itself, but don't eat me. Yes, she can.
No, he just
she
So
can come in.
Liko turns to the guys and says, I don't feel safe leaving her by herself in the courtyard, so when you guys go in, I'm going to have to stay out. I don't want to leave her.
Understood.
She's-
I think Che and Osa and Rozak, honestly, probably are the best to carry the message. If you'd like, maybe I could even stay with you.
It's up to you guys. But since you brought up the whole permit thing, Ren, I don't feel comfortable leaving her alone.
Rozak, being a self-aware individual, is a little confused as to where this trust came from that Ren has put in him for being a capable person to deliver.
Are you making a strange face at me about it, or
He has a confused smile.
I'm like, Rozak. Well, I mean, you have some connection to
Away with words.
the Fire Nation, so
It's certainly a way.
perhaps there's a bit of credibility there. But maybe Che could do the talking while you stand there. And Osa, of course.
Completely understandable.
Yeah, we got this. You guys can hang out here. It's more comfortable.
All right, you enter into the courtyard, and there's a flurry of action. People are, servants are going every which way, and you wait for a very long time, and eventually an attendant comes, and she says, I am so sorry. You are the ones that the Earth King was supposed to meet with, yes?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
hope you haven't waited too long. I'm so sorry. Unfortunately, how do I put this? He will not be able to see you yet.
Why is that?
Well, he can't find his son.
That's bad.
Is there any way we can help?
Well, now that you mention it, sure. The last we heard of the prince, he was, how do you say, in the seedier parts of town.
I mean, that's not a problem with us.
So like a gardening district?
No, that's not. I'll explain it to you later, buddy. Go on, please.
These air temple people don't know the lingo here. Huh?
Being an airbender with such lightning fast reflexes, everything just goes over his head.
There's a tea shop called the Coiled Dragon.
I certainly don't mind, especially if it helps us get an audience sooner.
Yeah, what's he look like?
What's his name?
Well, his name is Bumi.
Mm-hmm.
He's got, the last time I saw him, he had sort of a green hair bandana and just wild hair poking out from the top, and sort of like just a plain yellow shirt. It's kind of a crazy, it's kind of got crazy eyes. I think you'll notice it.
All right. We'll work on that then, I guess.
Should we address him as Prince or something? I don't quite know the protocol.
You can. He's not really one for formality.
Crazy ass.
Yes, the crazy-eyed prince.
Yeah, okay. Can't wait to find this guy.
Is the gardening district like lower? One
Again,
of the lower
it is
districts?
not a gardening district.
It's
Sorry,
not-
the seeding
Not a
district.
seeding
No.
district either.
The seed.
Where is this district precisely?
It's in the unders. It's like there's actually you can't really see it from outside, but there's a ring underneath what you can see from the outside, and That's what we call the unders, and it's there that you'll find the Coiled Dragon tea shop.
Awesome. We will go do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
As we're walking out, Rose's gonna look at Che and say, "Hey, Che."
Fine.
So it sounds like we gotta get pretty low, pretty fast.
It does sound like that, doesn't it? Let's
Ren
go.
looks extremely uncomfortable.
Let's go. Let's go right now. And sprints off, just like
They both just as fast as faster than you've ever seen them run.
faster than when we were running out of the volcano. Just
You see small flames shooting behind Rozak's feet.
and we start riding shoots.
Are you actually intending to ride the chutes down?
100%?
think so.
Yeah.
100%.
Well, you do walk up to one of the entrances, and there are a bunch of guards, and they say, you can't come in here. This is for, carts only.
I am a cart man.
You're the cart man?
I am, yes. I am the cart overseer.
Why don't you try and trick an NPC?
All right. What do I add to that? Oh, I got an 8.
Nice. Okay.
8.
So you gotta pick one. They stumble, and you take +1 forward when acting against them. They act foolishly. GM tells you what additional opportunity they give you, or they overcommit and they are deceived for some time.
Do they overcommit? They're deceived for some time.
All right. We weren't expecting the cart man today.
Well, you just saw me. I came from the castle. Look how much
Doesn't
We
get more official.
gotta look at
yeah,
the
it doesn't get more official than
Yes.
this. We gotta oversee the
so
carts.
you're quietly feeding him lines.
All right. Well, sure.
Yeah, we
I
gotta inspect the cart.
can let the two of you in. Absolutely.
All right, Jake, come on.
Yeah, we're going. We're in there. So we try to look official, and it's just hands behind his back, trying to be very.
I feel like as soon as we get close to the car, though, we hop
Yeah, just
in.
immediately.
We just-
It's the worst facade ever. Everyone else, if there is anyone else in that building, they're like, those kids should not be in here. And we have
They're all just face palming at the one guard that
And
talks
that
to
guard,
us.
you hear him as you're shooting down say, "Hey, you're not the cart man."
we budge.
And the two of you just start barreling down the chute of Omashu. And boy, oh boy, what do we do from here? What is it? Is your intention just take it all the way down?
Yeah, take it down as far as we can.
All right.
As far as we can
Until we
get.
can't keep going.
You guys are picking up speed, and you're just shooting down towards the bottom of Omashu. That
This
first
is
level
getting
that you
kinda
came in.
Can
It's
we
starting to go really fast.
can we go see this?
The veins are popping out on Che's head, on Rozak's head.
And
Yeah, can we go see this?
They're gone. You guys are at the top.
Okay.
You saw them jump in.
We can see them for a short
You saw them jump in, and they are.
So she's like, huh.
So should we get a cart or get Rue and just fly down?
Yeah, let's just take Rue.
Yeah, we'll take.
okay.
You guys can take.
Seems safer.
All right, and
I would not follow.
as you guys are,
If it wasn't for the fact that Shake and Earthbend, I'd be pretty sure we'd be cleaning them up at the bottom. But
you guys are shooting down, and you see now at the bottom, at the first floor of the entrance, at the bottom are a bunch of Earth Nation guards, and they're waving their hands, and a few of them get in a fighting stance and try and
Rozak starts waving back. We're waving back. to them.
They're you can feel them. The cart is moving super fast, but they're all trying to earth bend it, and slow it down.
So Che, in preparation of this, is all right, Rosic, let's catch some air. And he shifts his fist outwards, and a ramp shoots out right in front of us.
At that moment, Rozak shoots jets behind them with his hands.
This isn't gonna end well.
Duo.
The look of confusion on Justin's face.
so it looks like we are, in fact, cleaning them up at the bottom.
No, we'll try to jump onto a building like they do in the
I
Omashi
gotcha.
episode.
I gotcha.
Yeah. We just shoot hundreds of feet into the air.
The launcher space program.
The launcher space program.
In my head, it's just like a very far back scene of them just like shooting over the wall of Omaha and like off the side of the.
Can like
No,
Rue
no, they-
save them?
We're
Not too
done.
far.
Why don't you?
New characters.
It's push your luck though, for sure.
Oh, 100%.
For sure, this is
So you're
pushing your
close.
luck.
Both of us, or
No, I'd say I'll say Che because he's the one that's shot you
Okay.
off of the cart or off of the track
Yeah.
and trying to like land safely onto a building.
11.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Oh.
Yes.
Well, that's good because your carts hit a bunch of houses and skid off the top, and you do take a fall. Like it shoots off of the house. And like, thankfully, it's slowed down enough that like you don't get super hurt. But your like cart crashes down in the middle of like another open aired market. And I'll say that like money is flying everywhere. Like you like bang into a cart, and money just starts flying everywhere.
Oh, Rosic, we should move. We gotta go.
He gets out of the car, just running. Rose like high fives Che as they're
Oh, yeah,
running
yeah,
away.
no.
There's a bunch of guards that are chasing you, and they're like, "Hey, get back here!" But you lose them, and the two of you make it down into the unders.
And we're just like down there with Rue, like very safe and sound.
Ah, you guys beat us.
Hey.
Didn't seem right. Got down so fast.
Rose like pulls a piece of jade out of his hair and just tosses it.
That's Jade. Why?
Hey, wait.
Ren goes to pick it up.
Yeah, I did pocket some of that.
Oh, for sure. That was the opportunity that presented itself for your actions, for sure. All right, what do you guys do?
I think I would unfold one of my fans and just actually probably both just do like a double launcher smack in the back of the head.
What was that for?
We had to.
It was awesome. Did you see how high we went?
We can't be the first ones to have done this. Come on.
We jumped like a 3-story building.
I've never gone that fast before.
Man, it was like we were airbending. It was insane.
I mean, that's not what it's like, but it's fun.
It's the closest we'll ever get. All right.
Oh, so just like airbending is not breaking laws and stealing.
The stealing was just the cherry on top.
Just an opportunity that presented itself.
All right, guys, be ready.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Ask around and find the entrance to the Coiled Dragon. And it's like no tea shop you've ever been to. As you walk in, and there's a bunch of just like rough looking dudes, like drinking from these dainty like porcelain teacups.
I love it.
That's good. That's quality.
I lean
That's
in.
classy.
I lean
That's
in
what
to
it
whisper
is.
to Rosic, and I'm like, I would not show any fire here.
Oh, yeah.
You know, since you just did like twice, once to sprint and once to like launch a cart.
You know, the adrenaline was pumping.
It might pump here too. I'm just warning you.
All right.
And I hope not.
Let's get tea with these bad boys.
I will make sure the fire is not aflame.
Flame off.
Flame off.
Plenty of.
Looking around and seeing the people in the tea shop here, I'm going to try, and I'm sure it's not going to be super effective, but I'm going to try my best to kind of like stand up straight and look tough and like use my size to try and look like I should be
think
here.
If anybody,
But
it's probably Osa or Rosic that could pull that intimidation thing off.
Rose like just looks ridiculous as he's trying to like puff his
Yeah.
chest out, and he's like waddling with his arms like wide to his side.
You're trying too hard, buddy. That's not how it works.
There's a guy that says, "Are you making fun of me?" And he walks up and starts waddling over towards you.
That's what I meant.
Rose like completely just drops the facade and goes, "No."
That's what I thought.
Do you work here?
Do I look like I work here?
I don't know.
Does he?
Yeah.
Ren looks around. Does it look like he works there?
Yeah, he works there.
Okay. How do we get tea? Do we just sit, or
Do we ask
Yeah,
for
just-
it?
I've never been here before.
You want tea? Yeah, just sit and We'll bring you some tea.
I'm going to walk up to the guy and just be like, I want to see the fights.
Hey, shh.
Well,
there's an entrance fee. It'll cost you, but sure. He sizes all of you up. I should be clear, too. This is a tea shop, so Rue is not inside.
Yeah, we can stand in the door with Rue.
Rue's parked
Yeah.
outside.
Never coiled up on top of the building.
Like a coiled dragon.
A couple jade each.
that's just to see.
It's just
Just to watch. If one of us were to enter, could the rest get in for free?
Sort of like sizing, looking you up and down. Yeah, okay.
All right, I'll
All right.
fight.
What? You're fine.
Ren puts a hand out and is like, "Oh, so are you sure? Like, we haven't had much time to train together."
I didn't get to punch Iron again. I need to hit something.
Can I also join?
Can only one
We
join?
only had one spot.
I mean-
you decide. We got an open slot.
I'm willing to fight.
We've got a lot of fighters here.
Are there rules?
Look
I think
around
there's
you.
only one way in.
You think there are rules?
I see several gentlemen partaking in some afternoon
And you
tea.
look over and one of them like crushes their teacup in their hands.
I'm so angry.
So
All right, I know how we can decide which of us is going to fight. If 3 of us want to, we'll do this. I know that all of us carry 2 dice around at all times. Why don't we
Well, we gotta be ready.
all roll, and whoever rolls the highest enters the fight?
Oh, you mean the 6-sided dice that we'll just so happen to have on us at all
exactly.
times?
That's what I'm talking about.
We're always ready.
There's got to be a more Avatar appropriate way to do this though in game. Like we draw straws, but like something more Avatar-esque.
No, we
like
carry them
draw
around
cabbages.
for a game.
You forget
For,
this is an RPG.
For Dragon's Toes. We gotta have our dice at all times for that game.
Of course.
Dragon's toes.
All right,
Do it in a row.
So I rolled a
I rolled
7.
a 6.
11.
All
go it is.
Ice knuckles time.
All right, that's fair.
right, little lady. Are you sure?
Don't underestimate her.
I wouldn't call her
Okay.
little lady.
All right.
Yeah.
Puts Lico's name down and ushers you. There's like a door behind the bar, and he ushers you guys inside.
I'll stay with Rue.
Thanks, Ren.
Liko, be careful.
The 4 of you walk in, and you like walk down even further into the ground, and it comes out into this giant arena underneath the city of Omashu in the Coiled Dragon. And you just hear, "All hail the reigning champion, the mad genius himself, Prince Bumi!" And you look, and in the center of the ring is a 13-year-old kid, 12-year-old kid, 13-year-old kid.
Yeah,
He's
somewhere around
got
there.
Yeah.
wild red hair, wild eyes, and a green bandana on. And he looks around and he's like, "Who's my next? Come on!" And the announcer goes, "We've got a new challenger. Fighting the mad genius is Liko." And the crowd just turns and looks at Liko and just
It's only Osa, Chainal, and
erupts
Ren.
into it. No, there's tons of people down here.
Oh,
and
yeah.
we will see you next week.
Yes.
What will happen for... I'm
This
looking
is gonna
forward to
be
it. Our first
interesting.
one-on-one fight. This will be fun.
I need to find a bookie.
Yeah. Yeah, you absolutely
Chad,
do.
you got to
Yeah,
work
okay.
those numbers. Yes. You got to hustle in the background.
All right. Well, thank you so much for listening to this. We're, again, always having a ton of fun telling this. I'm just loving the bopping and weaving. Where's the story going? What's happening? I have no idea, but I'm here to find out. I know we've mentioned a few times we have a Ko-fi now. You can find us at ko-fi.com/flying bison. If you can't pick that up, we got that in the show notes as well too. And again, if you're enjoying what you're listening to, want to spend some money our way, absolutely do that. If not, just continue to listen to this. We love that you're listening to us and enjoying it. And that's all that matters to us, is that other people are finding this interesting. So enjoy it. Tell a friend. And I did hear that if you tell a friend, every friend you tell, Nick will show up to their family Christmas as Drunk Santa. Every
That's how I
Christmas.
show up to
Every family
Serious.
Christmas.
I want that so badly. I'm going
For
to
the
tell
rest of his
friends now.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
Join us on Discord as well too, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
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 Peace.
Avatar Legends was developed and produced by Magpie Games. The worlds of Avatar The Last Airbender and Avatar The Legend of Korra are property of Viacom CBS. Intro music is Dizu by Sendai. Outro music is Tokyo Funk by LA2G Music. Logo and art by Kate and Matthew Menke. You can find more of their work at pomakin.com, link in the show notes.